Monday, October 24, 2022. And well, the View erupted today. uh, there was hot topics about whether or not Donald Trump is going to testify in front of the January 6th Select Committee. And, this is a rare moment where I think I'm going to agree with Amy Farrah Fowler Griffin, uh, Alyssa, whatever, um, that giving him a platform on live TV is a big mistake. Let him testify under oath, recorded behind closed doors, and then bring him into the live interview so that he can actually show the perjury in real time. Not that he'll answer any questions anyway, but it's I can't imagine any lawyer, even as dumb as his lawyers are, would ever let him do that live. And if they let him answer questions, written questions, instead of going in and answering them in person, which even if it just pleads the fifth 147,000 times, he needs to go in there and answer questions. But anyway, and the first half was all full of the usual bluster that the View likes to have. I have to say, it hasn't, without the lightning rod of Meghan being a complete witch. It rhymes with witch. I'm just not going to say it. It's there's a lot less and antagonistic activity going on until today. When Ted Cruz showed up. And let me just say, all of those images and videos of Ted Cruz's reception at the Yankees game last night, when everybody's giving him the finger and telling him to go the fuck home, it's just genius. He should not. He deserves every bit of "get the fuck out of here, we don't want you here" that he gets anywhere. What a slimy little piece of shit. So, I don't even know where to begin with this. It was just so ridiculous. Sarah starts out by asking him about how is it fair that women would have a patchwork of reproductive rights from state to state, and and that is women's healthcare issues and the overturning of Roe v. Wade is a major factor in this election cycle and in the midterms. And then he just didn't answer the question. Went completely about the economy and never once talked about abortion rights, which was the question. And that really irritates me. It's like there should have been a follow-up. Okay, nice soliloquy, Ted. Good talking points. But you didn't answer the question. What about women's reproductive rights? So that's a failure on the View. Then I guess there were 3 women in the audience that got all mad and started screaming about talking about climate change. And you'd think if people were going to protest at the View on the day that Ted Cruz is there, they'd be protesting the fact that Ted Cruz is there. But no, they were yelling about something altogether different. And Anna comes at him with an apology, which was lovely. And then, here's what you said about Trump, praising, calling him a pathological liar and how terrible he would be for the country. And, now you're his, chief ass kisser. What happened? And again, he doesn't answer the question. I went to work. I didn't. Okay, you went to work obstructing the Democrats' agenda, and you went to work literally kissing his ass to the point where you are probably eventually going to get swept up in treason and sedition charges if we can ever get to that fucking point, because you helped plan the January 6th attack. And then when actually asked specifically about that attack by Amy Farrah, Alyssa Fowler Griffin, Joyner Kersey, you don't answer that question. And pull up bullshit about Antifa. It's such, and you have the nerve to say to Whoopi, great talking point, but it's not true. Fuck you. All you're doing is spewing out all sorts of dog whistles and talking points, none of which is true. What a piece of shit. So he doesn't answer the question about, how he can back January 6th. He doesn't answer the question about why he's backing Trump. At least Anna had the wherewithal to give a clapback that said your job was to uphold the Constitution and democracy, not to honor and bow down to Donald Trump. You can do your job, Ted Cruz, without praising at the altar of a fascist. It's mind-boggling, and it's so frustrating that he got to sit there and get away with it and tout his stupid book, which I'm sure the Republican National Committee will buy hundreds of thousands of copies of, because that's how they get conservative books on the bestseller lists. And whatever happens to those books, they could probably be used to keep homeless people warm. Anyway, big day on The View. And then after that was over, I really wanted sort of like a round table, a little therapy session, a little PTSD talk, a little, lessons learned from our interview with Ted Cruz. But no, we got view your deal and buy these socks. They're super cute. Anyway, it was a fun day today on The View for once. And I happen to have a little bit of time, which is a rarity these days. So I haven't disappeared entirely. Just been biz, people. Oh, that's not the right thing. All right. We'll see you next when we see you. Hopefully we can have a discussion about tomorrow's discussion about today's show.